Hello, good morning. This is Lagoon Radio. It's another segment to have you run through our national dailies. Yes, we target newspaper review. Just sit back and enjoy. As we do tell you, can follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook at Lagoon Radio and Nigeria, on Instagram at Lagoonradio.Ng, and you can read more of news on our news blog at www.lagoon.news. You can listen to us also via our application. You can download that on Google Play Store. If you're on iOS, you can do that too. Yes, I'm not the only one in the studio. I have my wonderful people. We're doing justice to this together. Today we have Daily Asset, newspaper, Nigerian Tribune, Daily Sun, National Economy, This Day, Leadership, Daily Trust, New Telegraph, People's Daily, and The Pilot. But before we dabble to the day's business, yes, let's introduce ourselves, people.
Yeah, good morning, Nigeria. My name is Olumakaiye Ajadi. Welcome to another episode of Newspaper Review.
Yeah, good morning, Lagos. My name is Favor Onsachi, and you're welcome to Newspaper Review.
Good morning. My name is Aule Ritimilen, and you're welcome to Newspaper Review.
Good morning, listeners. I am Anosike Chimeze.
Well, it's a wet money. It's not just good, but wet money. Yes. I'll start by picking up on the Daily Asset. The forefront of the newspaper, the front page, we have Plateau attacks displaced 20,000 persons. Hey, tolling senators, others condemn killings. It has been the tone of the day in Nigeria. Killings everywhere, insecurity in the likes. Well, God save us, we pray.
Amen.
Yes. Fulani leaders in Taraba meet. Appeal against quit order. Yes, they've been given a quit order the other time. So maybe as a result of that, they're having their meeting. Maybe they will find a way of resolving the issue. Maybe as a result of the insecurity trending in the country lately. What do you have to say about that, Chimiki?
After the quit notice by the emir, an emir in Taraba, yes, I read something which I'm still looking for the source. One of the Miati Allah, he said he made a statement against the emir that there is no doubt that emir needs a psychiatric evaluation. And after that, the emir now stood his ground that these evil people must leave the forest. That they can't be in the forest and be perpetrating evil inside the forest, that they have to leave. So, and since earlier this week, there have been consultations, there have been meetings, and they are trying to appeal and have extension if they must leave. Yes, because the emir said, if you said you're not the one perpetrating the evil, give us the names of those ones so that we can.
Since you speak the same language, you know
yes,
them.
Yes, and let's know who we are dealing with.
Yes,
so it's a nice move.
You can continue reading that news on the second page of the newspaper. Yes, I have this too. FEC approves $11.17 billion rail project to link coastal cities. Wow, another borrowing. Where it is. Well, you can read that on the page 5 of the newspaper. Bauchi governor flags up 2021 crop demonstration packages with 2,000 farmers on page 11. Read more. On corruption, group consult 3 U.S. law firms to defend Abayari. No, I don't call it Kiari.
Is Kiari is the pronunciation?
That's for another
read
day.
that headline again.
Listen to
read the headline.
Wait. Let me tell you. Let me refer you to a show.
Okay.
Listen to literary word. On Saturday, you'll get to know more.
But this is English and this is native language. This is Hausa language.
My brother, I said you should listen to a show.
Yeah.
I said you listen to a show. Yes. Kaduna develops education information management system. Is it not too late? Yes, now.
There is an Igbo adage. Literally, it means that when anyone wakes up, that's his morning.
Oh, wow. I love that.
When anyone wakes up,
You-
that's his morning.
You will teach me more after the show. On page 7, you can read more on that. Missing Kogi girl found in Eboyi. Oluwa. Kogi,
How come?
Eboyi. Page 9. So you have you, Obi?
Okay, I have Nigerian Tribune here, and on the front page of Nigerian Tribune, we have FEC backs federal government acquisition of $2.7 billion minority stake in Dangote refinery. Yes, you can get that on page 4 of Nigerian Tribune, and under it we have OK's awards of $11.1 billion coastal railway project, Warri Kaduna refineries rehabilitation to go up $1.484 billion. Okay, and still on the front page of Nigerian Tribune, we have 115 civilians, 21 police officers killed in Southeast in 4 months. Amnesty International says over 500 arrested, tortured in police military raids. You get a full story on page 23 of Nigerian Tribune. I don't know if there is no good news in Nigeria or they don't know, or maybe this.
There is.
Why are we not reading it?
There
So-
is. They are
Okay.
silent.
Court
Silent
silent.
news.
Okay.
It is well.
Court stops DSS, AFG, AGF from harassing Igboho. Admit his associates to 10 million naira, 5 million naira bail conditions. You get that on page 16 of Nigerian Tribune. Castina Emirates bans open grazing in metropolis environs. Page 4 of Nigerian Tribune. I think that is that not what you read on your
not
daily
quite long.
asset here? And affair on Thursday. How and when Kyari can be lawfully extradited. You get that on the back page of Nigerian Tribune. And what I discussed with Tinubu in London, Sanwo-Olu, yes, it was said, was it not yesterday or the day before yesterday, that Sanwo-Olu went to visit
Yes.
Tinubu, and there has been some, I don't know how true it is, rumor that Tinubu is sick. Maybe I don't know how true
Someone
that.
even said he's dead.
You know,
Yeah.
There is no smoke without fire. Yes, something must have happened
Definitely.
for the governor to abandon his duties in
Yes.
Lagos to go and visit Tinubu in
Tinubu
London.
in London.
Oh,
Okay.
of course, that's a good.
Did you see the shoes they were putting on?
Must have happened.
But you know, Sanwo-Olu is saying that what I discussed with Tinubu in London, you get everything he discussed with him on page 2.
We are not bothered with what he discussed.
Abi,
We are not bothered.
even with the current situation in Lagos now, it's like somebody's roof is leaking and you are out there seeking to like
When
when your house is
on
leaking, you
fire.
are out there
You're
on fire
pushing
and
rats.
somewhere.
Pushing rats.
Well, it is well.
Okay, Navy takes delivery of 50 gunboats, drones for maritime operations. You get that on page 22. And 3 Fiat killed, government house fence, others destroyed at Dampo wreaks havoc in Oshun. You get that on page 23 of Nigerian Tribune. And Cleaner Lagos, Sanwo-Olu launches 102 compactor trucks, 100 Dino beans. You get that on page 4. Abducted Chibo girl, terrorist husband, others surrender to Nigerian troops. You get that on page 22 of Nigerian Tribune. And Father Christmas using gift to destroy PDP, Secondus alleges. Okay.
It is well.
In fact, I love this headline. You get that on the page 2 of Nigerian Tribune. I guess that is all we have for you on Nigerian Tribune. You can just grab your copy to read through.
Yes, Shimizi.
Okay, I have the Punch newspaper, and on the lead story, Secondus battles for survival. Tambuwa rally support as Wike plots PDP chairman removal. Yes, Rivers governor orders 1 Secondus out before NEC meeting, national convention. Embattled party chair fingers on named party leaders as Atiku denies involvement. Yes, like the other paper said, Father Christmas. I believe the Father Christmas is referring to his Governor Wike.
Yes.
Yes, that's I believe, in my own opinion, because Punch is saying that Wike wants him out. Yes, that will lead also to my fears. For me, the PDP is not ready to take over government in 2023, despite the flaws of the APC. And APC have proved that they can dominate. And you see the cross-carpeting of PDP, BOT members, and the rest of them. So, okay, still on the Punch newspaper. Court stops DSS, AGF from arresting Igboho, freezing accounts. That's on page 20 of the Punch newspaper. And Federal Executive Council approves 11 billion naira for Lagos Calabar coastal rain. 1.4 billion refineries repair. Wow.
Maybe you should stop mentioning all those amounts.
150 Nigerian doctors ready for exams ahead of practicing in UK. Page 25 of the Punch. And you know that the resident doctors are on strike. And our president is in London enjoying medical vacation. And here, 150 Nigerian doctors are
on strike.
Yes, that reminds me. One of our guests earlier this year, he's already in London. He's practicing in London now.
One of our guests?
One of our guests earlier this year. He's in London now practicing. And, my photo with Tinubu dispels rumor about his health. Sonwolu, page 8. Oyetola laments as Osun flood sweeps away tree, destroys houses, shops.
Lamenting to
page 4 and 5. Yes,
now that's the question.
Sometime last week, the presidency said that why there was food scarcity in Nigeria is because flood has taken away our farms. The flood took away the whole things that.
See, Chimeze, as far as Osun is concerned, I'm from Osun.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to be truthful, there's no need lamenting. And we only need, not everywhere, some part of the state, we only need a reasonable drainage system. That's all. It solves it. So, what's the lamentation about? Solomon?
Yes, Lagos increases isolation facilities, plans for spike. Yes, like the news, that is on page 7. Yes, Lagos, they are increasing the isolation centers because of the Delta variant.
COVID-19, right?
COVID-19, yes. And that is it. That's as much as we can go on the Punch newspaper.
Yes.
On Daily Sun newspaper, FEC approves 1.48 billion for rehabilitation of Kaduna Warri refineries. We can find that on page 7. On APC government tightening grip on state structures, Keyamo's fate in Buhari's hand. We can find that.
That's politics.
On page 6. PDP crisis, Secondus fight back. Claims Father Christmas plotting to hijack party. We can find that on page 6 also. Why we stop negotiating with kidnappers of students, federal government says ransom payments escalating insecurity. We can find that on page 8. Eagles, court stop DSS, bars it from arresting pro-Yoruba Nation agitator, blocking his bank account. Admin 12 detained associated to 10 million and 5 million naira bills. We can find that on page 4. NAPTIP, other security agents arrest notorious trans-border human trafficker. We can find that on page 7. 25 killed, 3 injured, 68 farms, 63 houses burnt in Kaduna attacks. El-Rufai can urge military to end killings, destruction of farmland in Plateau. We can find that on page 4. Abducted Chibok schoolgirl, Boko Haram spoils surrender to troops in Borno. We can find that on page 4. And that's all on Daily Sun newspaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here on the People's Daily, the federal government is saying why we are not negotiating with kidnappers of students. And you can find more details on the story on page 4 of People's Daily newspaper. And also boldly written on the center page, you have Kaduna Warri refineries repair to gulp 1.480 $84 billion. And the rider under that says, as federal government okays acquisition of 20% stakes in Dangote Refinery. And you can continue reading more on that story on page 3 of the People's Daily newspaper. And at the very center of the page, you see a picture which the caption says, Boko Haram terrorists, elements of Islamic State of West Africa province, and their families who surrendered several assorted weapons and incendiaries comprising 19 male fighters, 19 adult females, and 49 children from Injima village and environs yesterday. And you can continue. Okay, there is nowhere we continue the story. And below the picture, we have cholera outbreak, death tolls hit 100 in Jigawa. And you can continue reading that story on page 4 of the People's Daily newspaper. And just below that, you have crisis. PDP governors hold emergency meeting on Monday. And you can find out why they held that meeting on page 3 of the People's Daily newspaper. And beside that, we have NYSC certificate saga. Court asked to order Adeosun's arrest. And you can continue reading that story.
They are still on our case. This is serious.
On page 18. And also, Buhari lifts roads budget from 18 billion naira under Jonathan to 260 billion naira. APC, LAC. And you can continue reading more on that story on page 15 of the People's Daily newspaper. And finally, on this newspaper, COVID-19, 18 NYSC members test positive, Niger government affirms. And you can continue reading that story on page 5 of the People's Daily newspaper.
Yeah, thank you. Let me quickly run through this one. Vanguard. Yes, I will seek Chimeze's opinion on this. Why we stopped negotiations with Bandit? That's federal government. On the 8th page of that newspaper, you see the news. Yeah, Chimeze, what do you make of the fact that the federal government has made it known? No, it's different from making something known and what you do, maybe behind in camera. That it will no longer like ransom payment is really effective, escalating the whole show.
This is Nigeria for you. I don't take their words serious.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I listened. I saw. Yes, when I was watching the television yesterday, I saw some Boko Haram members. When they were what is it called? Surrendering their arms to the army.
The army.
They said that the forest is becoming too hostile for them. That they can no longer. Yes, I saw men, women, and children. Boko Haram in Bronu submitting their arms and surrendering. And the Minister for State Education. Chujioba, I can't remember that name.
From the East.
Yes, he mentioned that the government has made it clear that they will not negotiate with bandits and Boko Haram. That the money now will now be channeled to acquisition of arms. Yes, to acquisition of arms. So instead of negotiating, but you can still remember that we still have the Islamia children from Kaduna, Islamia school children. Yeah. They are still negotiating. The Baptist students that they were demanding bags of rice and bags of beans, they are still there. They are releasing them one after the other. And you said that government has stopped negotiating. This is what Erufai said, that he cannot negotiate with bandits. But you saw the Polytechnic, the private Polytechnic, we know how much they paid.
Yes. So.
And this one now, the Baptist family, they have raised over 50 million. So if the government should take it serious, not after tomorrow now, they will grant amnesty to bandits and the rest of them. You understand?
I think that's what will end it.
That is what will end it. Stop granting them amnesty. You remember the one that was granted amnesty in Castena? After 2 months, he went back to the forest.
Yeah.
And they killed him. If they should take those measures, those decisive measures, banditry and terrorism will end drastically. Not telling us that they have ended tomorrow now. Don't be surprised that the same Bronu that people surrendered, don't be surprised in the next 1 month you will hear of attacks there again. Let's see how it goes.
Well, the federal government should buckle up. That's what I could say. Because I think we're tired of this promise. We'll do something. No, we are doing something.
Okay.
And we are paying ransom and and all that. It is well, she.
It is well now.
Because the way you are just giving the sign, I was like, maybe
No, it's
my
not.
mother in
it's-
Israel wants to dabble to politics, so.
No, like it's just I don't want to talk about it.
Wow,
So,
wow.
yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
On People's Daily, no. On
Still on
just,
Vanguard.
yeah. I think majorly we've run through all those things there. Yeah, I think on Pilot we have something new there. Federal government snubs doctors. Is on the 8th page. Summons Association of Medical Doctors in Academics instead of resident doctors. You know, we have different doctors.
Of course.
Some people are into academics. Some people are into residential care. And mind you, those that are really active, we know their works are to the people directly, not limited to the pedagogical context. You know, instead to reach out to them, you are reaching out to those in school. I think the practical is different from.
There is a way they want to do it. They want to snub these ones and take the ones that in school, so that they can continue their practical with
So
patience.
Favor. What do you make of that? The doctors in school to start practicing as residential doctors.
You want them to practice with people's lives?
Yes.
That's the
now.
Nigerian settings now. That's what
That
is
is
happening.
wrong. I would only accept it if the resident doctors were still there and those in school would join them, so at least they have a heads up.
But the resident doctors are on strike. That's why the federal government shunned them.
If that is the plan of the government, like Chimize said, then I don't think it's not right.
You remember a student yesterday or day before yesterday, a student who is a medical student, he went for a practical and they brought corpses from mortuary.
Yeah, his friend.
Coincidentally, he saw his friend and he ran out.
Yeah.
Yes, now.
So
he was scared.
He was scared and he God. So how can you now with but if he's a professional doctor, you're not even if you have a professional doctor, you will want himself to be the one to do the surgery and the rest of them on you. But this one, he saw a corpse of a friend and he ran away. How would that one now practice with people's life?
Corpse of a friend.
I think this needs attention too. U.S. request for pre-trial detention of suspended DCP Abba Yari. That's on page 8. See, the question is this: from the look of things, fine. Some people in the country, the federal government, or should I say the presidency, they don't want this man extradited to the U.S.
To US.
Can I say something? You know, Abakari, yes, he's our top policeman in Nigeria. Remember the high-profile arrest he has made, his achievements in the police.
Yeah.
But some allegations, I read earlier this week also, a businessman accused him of collecting 41 million naira bribe. We are still talking about 8 million from Hush Puppy. We are not talking about the 41 million in Nigeria. And during the NSAS, there was also an allegation I read about him. But so I believe that they will try everything, the Nigerian factor, they will try everything to protect Abakari, because if he goes down, a lot of them, must definitely go down.
He cheated something like that.
A lot of them will definitely, if Abakari is finally extradited, my brother, it will open the calabash.
The calabash.
Well, I want to ask a question. Do you think the FBI will back down?
They won't.
They won't.
They won't. FBI will not. Because
Have you forgotten that's not Nigeria?
This is not Nigeria.
Like, when I was reading that conversation, I was like, how did they get this thing? Because I'm very sure that after all that conversation, they would have deleted it and all that.
they showed the proof. They showed the charts.
Yes.
Even the Truecaller confirmed the number when they called.
Of course, now they have business.
What user is Abakari to
toy with
US?
them.
They would never back.
And they will never. What about? They might try to protect him in Nigeria.
I think maybe this is different from somebody decamping to another political party.
No. This one is
No.
very, very
They will
different.
forget
This
his
is
thing.
US coming
This
for
is
you.
US.
This
This
is
is not
US.
Nigerian
Not
police or
Nigeria.
Nigerian
Not
something.
Nigeria.
US.
I will hold on to that this is Nigeria. And that is not Nigeria.
is not Nigeria.
Haven't you noticed that Nigerians are doing all in their power to protect this Abakari?
Yeah.
But you see what will happen.
Let's
This
see-
is
let's see
Nigeria.
how it goes.
I don't want to. I will not subscribe to some. I will not. Don't use the word in general. Nigeria.
Okay.
Some Nigerians.
Okay, some Nigerians.
Because I know even in our church, we don't support corruption. Yes, and we are Nigerians. It is well.
Yeah.
It is well. And that's how we would end this morning. Yeah, log on to our website. I've said it. On Instagram at Lagoonradio.Ng. On Facebook, we are live. Yes, we've been doing it all well. On Facebook, Lagoon Radio Nigeria. Yes, thank you, Chimeze, Sheyi, Favor, and Tammy. Yeah, God bless you. I'm Kayode Ezekiel. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you.
All right.
You are listening to Lagoon Radio.